Simone!
Actress Diane Salinger joins us today for an epic conversation. She played Simone in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It's the 40th anniversary. Super excited, guys. Let's do it.
Au revoir, Pee-wee! Au revoir, Simone!
Miss Diane, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Please take us back to the 80s, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. When you got the role of Simone, did you already know Paul Rubens or Tim Burton at the time?
No, I almost didn't do this movie, Chris, and I don't usually talk about this on a podcast. I read the script and I was really shocked because there was a scene in it at the very beginning when Paul Pee-wee is in his house where Speck, the dog, licks his butt and then licks Paul on the lips. And I thought, oh my God, I've done 10 years of Shakespeare, to come to this. And I was really toying with the idea of turning it down. And then I remembered that I had played Kate in Taming of the Shrew, and Petruchio says to her, "What with my tongue in your tail?" And I thought, okay, all right. Shakespeare's pretty bawdy and obnoxious too sometimes. So I'm going to do it. And, I've only done one movie, so I might as well do it. And I'm so glad I did. And that scene was not even in the movie. So it was a big lesson for me to learn that whatever appears in a script before you shoot it doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to be on the screen.
And do you remember your first day on set?
My first day was at the bus stop. And while I was in hair and makeup, the whole trailer just moved like this, Chris, because somebody had gotten on the trailer who was obviously, heavy. And she started cursing. Like, what the F? I couldn't find the goddamn place. Blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, as she sat down next to me, I take it you're Large Marge.
Yeah, Large Marge.
And she was. And then I started shooting my very first scene. And Paul said to me as we were rehearsing our running to each other at the bus stop, and he said, "I'm going to give you the best position for the camera." And I was totally unaware of camera because of coming from repertory theater, as I said. So he said, I'm going to kiss you so that your face is facing the camera and not mine. And I thought that was very, very sweet of him.
Very cool. The chemistry you had was magical. And even watching it as a little kid, I felt like I got to see the real Pee-wee. He's obviously over the top throughout the movie, but it took an actress like you, a character like Simone, to just, bring him back to earth. And
Oh, that's really perceptive of you. And I've never thought of it that way, Chris. That's a really good point.
The French say au revoir.
Au revoir.
My favorite scene, of course, is the dinosaur scene. And I'm even contemplating starting doing seminars and workshops about following your dream.
Simone, you can't just wish and hope for something to come true. You have to make it happen.
that's what I love about that scene. The dreams, and everyone has a big butt. Again, even as a little kid, I got it. I understood. And for me, it was like, okay, in life, I don't want to have any excuses. I just want to believe in who I am and what I want, and just do it. So it was a very cool, very magical scene.
It's so important to follow your dreams.
And the location itself, that is a real place, right?
Well, the exteriors are in Cabazon, and they're still there. And I went recently. And the interior was at the tongue of the we were sitting on the tongue of the dinosaur. That was all built for us on Warner Brothers and the soundstage.
Whether it was the dinosaur scene or working with Paul, did you feel like you were making something special, or was it just another day on set? Were you just a working, busy actress?
Well, actually, Chris, I went to the set one day at Warner Brothers when I wasn't working, and those were the days that you could actually go to the set when you weren't working. And I went into the soundstage where they were shooting the convict and Pee Wee falling from the sky in the convertible, and then the top opens up into a parachute. And they were falling and screaming, and Paul hugs the convict, and the convict goes like this. And then they landed, and they kept shooting it over and over and over again. And when they took a break, I went up to Paul and Tim Burton, the director, and I said, look, you don't know this about me, but I happen to be very, very psychic and intuitive. And I'm telling you, this movie is going to be bigger than any of us have any idea about. And they just smiled, they didn't really take it seriously. And look what's happened.
Wow. It's such an epic movie. And I got to ask Diane, the last scene, the drive-in, was the entire cast there? Or did Tim have to shoot everyone separately?
You're asking incredible questions, Chris. I really applaud you for this.
Thank you.
We all came together for one day at the end. It was actually the tail end of the show.
Oh, I wish I could have been there.
I don't have to see it, Dottie. I lived it.
Offset, off camera, what is Paul really like?
Paul was really funny all the time. I mean, he would be cracking me up when we did Batman Returns a couple of years later with Tim Burton again. Paul would just crack me up over and over and over again. And I kept saying, "And shut up, Paul. I have to be serious in the scene." And then, and I had this tear going down my eyes as we turned around to face the baby in the cage. And I'm just serious actress. I'm not a comedian. Now, is that the real Paul? Yes, that is, because a lot of it was very sarcastic. Yes, I'd say that's the real Paul. He's not as innocent as Pee Wee, let's put it that way. And you must see the documentary Pee Wee as himself, because you'll learn so much more about Paul that none of us had any idea about.
I did see the documentary, and it was beautiful. I mean, I found out so much about Paul. We all found out so much about Paul that we didn't know, and I'm so glad that he made it. And I hope that. I hope he's up there making the angels laugh and smile. So, epic movie, epic times. Well, I do have one last question. Looking back from the start of your career to now, are you still following your dream?
I am following my dream, which is to write about Joan of Arc. I don't want to talk about it any more than that. It's still embryonic, but I get very scared because I'm a new writer. But that is my big dream, is to write this story about Joan of Arc. And it's a story that has never been told before about Joan of Arc.
That's awesome. And fear is totally okay. I actually had a guest that mentioned it recently, and I told her, and I'll tell you the same, I really think that fear is good. It keeps us sharp. And when you're dreaming, when you want something bigger than yourself, fear, hesitation, it really just means that you're onto something, and it really means that you're doing something right for yourself, and only you can do it, and only you can follow your dreams. So you got to do it. You can't stop.
That's very well said. It's, if you're afraid, you're onto something good. That's really good. That's really good. You are very intelligent and very perceptive.
Oh, no, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I mean, it's Diane, it's all of you have inspired me so much. So thank you truly for all that you do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. This has been amazing. And just keep going. You got to finish that book. I want to read it. We all do. So please keep dreaming, write, and finish it. And we'll all be waiting. Guys, thank you so much for watching. You can actually meet Diane in person August 6th through the 10th at the Star Trek Las Vegas Con, then August 23rd and 24th at Pennsylvania Horror Con, and then September 6th and 7th at TerrorCon. Get yourself a photo and autograph and send it to me. I would love to see them. Send me an email and I will feature them here on the channel. Rewatch Pee-wee's Big Adventure, celebrating its 40th anniversary. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
À tout à l'heure. Au revoir, chérie. Enchanté. Au revoir.